Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, SHAMAIWAN, Shem, Quadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to my Akim Wakwathim, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations, but are actually Yasharallah. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, Hebrews chapter 12, verse 7. If ye endure chastening, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? And that's basically the thing where, for us, when we get chastised or when we face some sort of judgment, it is the chastisement of YAHAWASHI, basically meaning correction. It's like, it's like say for example, okay, because I remember this story because I'd spoken to someone about this like a lot. I was talking to my brother about this a lot. Basically what happened was I was in school, right? And I saw a bunch of kids. They were playing around with some fucking wheelchair and shit. They were doing it and I was like, okay, they were having fun doing all that stuff, moving the stuff, dragging it around, pushing each other on the wheelchairs. And for the most part, no one said don't play with the wheelchairs, obviously, but I think it's implied that you guys know not to play with we knew not to play with the wheelchairs, obviously. So everyone got a turn on the thing, and I was like, nah. And then they said to me, hey, do you want to have a turn? Come do this, whatever, and stuff like that. I was like, no, I don't feel like it, because I know that if I get on it, I'm going to get in trouble. Even though all you guys just did all that shit, you guys had a million different rounds and stuff. I know I'm gonna get in trouble if I do it. And then they said, no, just go ahead, it's fine, go ahead and do it. And then my dumbass went and did it. I let them push me around, and then literally in like less than 10 seconds, a teacher came and said, oh, both of you are in trouble. Me and then the kid that told me, yeah, go ahead, try, have your turn or whatever, got in trouble. So we are over here set. And by the way, no one else got in trouble out of all the people that did it. And then the one time, and I literally said that, I literally said it. Like, I literally said, as soon as I do it, my ass is going to get in trouble. And then it literally happened. And that was the thing where the Lord, he has higher standards for those that he's actually dealing with. So he's going to be like, you know better not to eat pork, not to be be problematic, not to do this, not to do that, whatever. And yet your dumb ass went and did it anyway. So of course I'm going to punish you, because I don't care about correcting these other people, because they don't matter. That's basically how stuff goes. And you also have to think, because you see other people. How is it that all these evil people get in trouble doing all? They don't get in trouble. They are the most evil, wicked person ever, and they're still like thriving and prospering, doing the wicked that they're doing. But then when you do something that's just a fraction of as a fraction as bad as what they did, then your ass gets immediate punishment, immediate this, immediate that, while the person that's worse than you, 10 times worse than you, is constantly getting away with all the stuff that they're doing. Okay, and again, as I said before, it's because the Lord sets a higher standard. Now I want to get this because I just saw this today. Hebrews 12 verse 6. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourge every son whom he receive. If ye endure chastening, Yahweh deal with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons. So basically, if you are not receiving the chastisement from YAHAWAH and His, then that means that the Lord is not dealing with you. The Lord does not give a damn about you. That's why He's allowing this. He's allowing you to get away with all the stuff that you're doing. If you are getting away with doing stuff, then okay, well, that's because the Lord doesn't want you to learn. The Lord doesn't want you to say, okay, you know what, I realize that doing this is bad, so I'm gonna stop on the change. He just left you to whatever is going on. All right. Proverbs 3 verse 12, for whom the Lord loveth, He correcteth, even as a father the son whom He delighted. And that's the thing. If the Lord loved you, He's going to correct you. And that's why you can't, whenever if you feel like, oh man, why does this person get to get away with doing this or whatever and stuff like that, or I'm always the one that's losing and or whatever, that just means that the Lord is trying to make you even better, make you strive for perfection. All right. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 18, for in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. So the Lord, through the grief, through the sorrow, through the hardships, we are growing, and it's through the said grief and sorrow that we are being chastised. And then because that's the thing, when someone does something and then you, like, say for example, if you touch a hot stove and you know, and you didn't know that, oh, hot means don't touch or whatever, then that means, like, okay, you're learning through that pain of having your hand burnt, having your skin burnt off. Okay, now I know not to do that. All right, so that's why that's basically what the Lord is doing, teaching us through these judgments. All right, now Sirach chapter 2 verse 1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, and make thy haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed, will Lois say. Basically, be patient when you have to deal with certain hardships and stuff like that. Like, it's not, the Lord is letting you go through it to help you grow. All right. Verse 5, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Basically, wait for when the Lord inevitably, lightens up on you, and he ends the judgment, and he shows you mercy. That, okay, yeah, you went through because it's the exact same way where a parent punishes their child. It's not permanent. It's for a time. Like, oh, you got grounded for a week. After the week, then okay, everything's good. You're gonna do better and whatnot. You learned your lesson and stuff like that. And even then, it's kind of funny that I mentioned that, because parents of today, they don't even give a damn. Like, as soon as their child gets in trouble or whatever, okay, well, I don't care, you can go do whatever you want. Or it's like they clearly don't. The love of people's own children has diminished substantially. All right, like, there is no love for your child now. Like, they don't care. Luke chapter 6 verse 21. Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. Basically, the exact same way that we're going to have, that we are suffering, things are going to flip, because you're suffering now for a time to be blessed down the line with a even better blessing than what the wicked have right now, which we see that in here. Just for example, in verse 24, well, woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. This is the people that are rich now. This is a consolation, meaning that they were not qualified for the true blessings. All right. Isaiah Isaiah chapter 65 verse 13. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Basically, again, there's going to come a time when the roles are going to be reversed. Okay, so that's why you should accept that the judgment you're facing now, this is lighter. As a matter of fact, this is lighter. Let me actually let's prove that over here. First Peter chapter 4 verse 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of Yahweh? Okay, so over here we're saying that judgment is going to start with the elect. The elect are going to face the judgment from YAHAWAH, and then the fact of the judgment is that the judgment is going to be tame compared to the judgment that's going to go onto the wicked. And it even says that if it's going to start at us, and if we're going through all the stuff we're going through now, what's going to happen to the people that openly disrespected, go against YAHAWASHI? These are the things you need to be aware of and think about, where there is going to be blessings for being patient and thinking about YAHAWASHI. All right. Proverbs chapter 11 verse 21. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. We're going to be delivered. Just be, and again, I think that's the main big thing, is just being patient, because yes, we're going through chastisement. All right. Yes, we're going through judgment. Just we're struggling and whatnot, but that doesn't mean that things are always going to be that way. We just have to wait for when Yahawashi returns, and then things are going to be brought in its proper order. All right. First Peter 3 verse 14. But if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye, and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled. And that's again suffering for righteousness' sake, suffering for the right reasons. What's the right reasons? Suffering for believing in YAHAWASHI. That's what we want to suffer for, not suffering because you murdered 1,000 people, so you have to go to jail or whatever, stuff like that. No, that's obviously not. There's a difference. Okay. Proverbs 3 verse 31. And be thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways, but yet our people they see Esau as prospering. All right, let's actually get that. And they think that they want to be like him. Psalm chapter 73 verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Their strength is firm. They are prospering. They get to enjoy everything. But for us, when we have to go through the exact same thing, it's crickets. Like all that, all those expectations are present for us, but for Esau, he gets to get away with doing whatever he wants and being evil. 1 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 12. For what have I to do to judge them also that are without? Do not ye judge them that are within, but them that are without Yahweh judgeth. Therefore put away from among yourselves that wicked person. Basically, the people that are without, the people that the Lord Yahawadah is not dealing with. He has a completely separate judging for them, which as I read in Luke chapter 6 and verse 24, it's temporary enjoyment now, and then their judgment down the line. Okay, and as well as being excluded from the blessing of the kingdom of heaven. All right, so yeah, with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shai, Shem Rakwak Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Abba Ball, and Shalom.